boys and girls. So today we're going to talk about how to measure using inches and centimeters with rulers and with inches and centimeters cubes. So the very first thing I need you to do is, you guys all received this paper ruler in the mail. So I started cutting mine already, but I wanted to show you the rest of it, how to cut it. If you haven't cut it out yet, go ahead and pause this video and cut out your ruler, or you can cut it out after the video, doesn't matter. I know there are lines on here on where to cut. It had a scissors on here, but I cut that part off already, that dotted line. But it's up to you. I would rather it be a lot closer to the ruler. So I'm cutting mine right on the lines of the ruler. If you guys can see that. To me, that just makes more sense when you're measuring, to be able to see your numbers a little easier. So after that is cut out, then you'll be ready to use your ruler. Please don't lose it. If you have a ruler at home though, that's not paper, a regular ruler, and you would rather use that, that is completely fine. Now, a few things I want to point out about a ruler. There is an inch side. If you see here, I don't know if it's gonna, the camera might not focus in. It says IN, which is an abbreviation for inch. Okay, and those are a little bit bigger than what you will see on the other side. So if I flip it over, now we have centimeters. And there we go, now it's focused. So that's cm. Now do you see how those are a little bit smaller? Okay. So with the inch side and the centimeter side, something very important whenever you're measuring is, when you're measuring a line on this ruler, we do not start at the end of the ruler. Okay, we start at the 0. Same thing on this side, we start at the 0. Now, if there was no 0 here, then we would start at the very end of the ruler. But on this one, there is a 0, so we start at the 0. Okay? So tomorrow, you're going to be doing a couple of workbook pages with measuring. So I'm going to give you some examples doing the same kind of thing with your workbook pages. So your workbook page says, Cal used 1 centimeter tiles to measure the length of one piece of string. How many tiles did he use? So we're going to pretend like my lines are, we can call them strings, whatever. Now, this one is not taken out of the book, so it's going to be different. Now, I cut these little green pieces of paper out. So these are 1 centimeter each. And to check that, we'll put our ruler down here and make sure we're on our centimeter side, which says cm. And I can put that right there, and you guys can see, remember I started at the 0, I didn't start at the end. It is 1 centimeter. Okay, so we're going to start with our cubes. Our tiles is what they call them in your book, I believe. So we're going to just line them up on here. Now notice, am I leaving a huge space in between? Do I just kind of throw them on wherever? Just leave it like that? No, I put them right beside each other, right next to each other. Now, I'm also not overlapping. Okay, I'm not overlapping, but I'm not leaving a lot of space. They are just snug right beside each other. Now, it's going to be kind of hard to see how many we have on here. But if you were counting as I went, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1 centimeter tiles. So if I have 5 tiles, how many did I use? Well, I used 5 tiles. Okay. Now, the second part of your question then on your workbook tomorrow is going to say each of the tiles, I can pick it back up, each of these tiles is 1 centimeter long. So what is the length of the string? Okay, so if each of these is 1 centimeter, and I used 5 of them, what is the length of the string in centimeters? So think 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, and 5 centimeters. My tiles aren't cooperating. I apologize, boys and girls. So 5 tiles and 5 centimeters. Now we can write the word centimeters out, or we can abbreviate with cm. Okay? Then on your worksheet, the next question is going to say he used a centimeter ruler to check the length. So now we would get out our ruler, and I need to look here because this side says IN, which is inches. This side says cm, which is centimeters. Okay, so he used a centimeter ruler. So again, we're going to start right here on the 0. Okay, we don't start here at the end of our ruler. Line that up. And I see my line ends right here on the 5. There we go. We'll zoom in a little bit. My line ends right here on the 5. So how many centimeters long is my line? Again, 5 centimeters. Okay. All right, let's move on to number 2. And number 2 is going to be in inches. So same kind of thing, same kind of problem. This is number 4 on your worksheet that you guys are going to be doing tomorrow. So it says she used 1-inch tiles to measure the piece of yarn. So we're going to again pretend like this is a piece of yarn, and I cut out 1-inch tiles, and I will measure that for you again so you guys can see. And again, I did not start at the end of my ruler, I started at the 0, and that's 1 inch across. Okay, so she used 1-inch tiles, so we're going to put those down. Okay, so how many tiles did she use? Well, we have 1, 2, 3. So she used 3 tiles. Okay, and the next question is going to say each tile is 1 inch long. So what is the length of the yarn? So again, if we had 1 tile is 1 inch, 2 tiles are 2 inches, 3 tiles would be 3 inches. Very good. Now, inches we can abbreviate with IN. Okay, lowercase on both of our abbreviations. Okay, so then the next question on that one would be, then she used an inch ruler to check the length. So I want to look here again. Am I going to go on this side? No, because I'm using inches. Okay, so I want to go on this side where it says inch. So I'm going to line it up starting at the 0. And I see that my line ends right here on the 3, which means our line is 3 inches. Okay, we have 2 more, and these are very important. I want to show you guys these to help you understand why it's important we check our ruler. Okay, so number 3, we're going to go ahead and start. We're just going to do our ruler instead of our ruler and our tiles. So I'm going to line it up, start at the 0, the end of my line, and I end right here on 7, okay? 7 centimeters. All right, now I'm going to go down to number 4, and I'm going to measure in inches. Start at my 0, line it up, and I'm going to move it over here so you guys can see the end. See if I can lift this up without dropping it. Hold on just a second, boys and girls. Okay. So then I line this up and I end right here on the 7. So that means it's 7 inches. Now, this is why it's so important that you look and see what measurement, what unit of measurement you're supposed to be using, okay? Because this answer is 7. And this answer is 7. But are the lines the same length? No. So if you don't have your unit at the end, centimeters or inches, then I have no clue what unit you're talking about. There's a big difference in those 2 lines. So you need to make sure you're labeling your unit of centimeters or inches. Okay, I hope you guys do well on your worksheet tomorrow. If you have any questions on it, please email me or have your mom or dad call me or text me, and I'd be more than happy to talk you through it. Have a good day, guys. Bye.